Hello there, beautiful souls. I'm so excited to see you. So today we have a pick a card reading on guidance for your mental health. I feel like this is a really important reading right now because lately in my readings I've been getting a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, some depression energy as well. And I just feel like we really need a second to check in with ourselves and figure out what we need for ourselves on a mental health level. So this could be talking about anxiety, this could be talking about depression, this could be talking about stress, worries, anything that's coming up lately, even just feeling off in general and just kind of wondering why. We're going to talk about this in this reading right now. Okay, so I have 3 decks to choose from. We have deck number 1 with this Cat's Eye Tarot, deck number 2 with the Muse Tarot, and deck number 3 with the Murder of Crows Tarot. Timestamps are down below, and I will see you in a moment. Bye now. Hello, my beautiful souls who chose pile number 1. If you chose this cat tarot here, then this reading is for you. Okay, pile 1, connecting to the energy of pile 1. Okay, so I am just going to connect to your energy for a moment. I just want to figure out what kind of feelings you're feeling, what kind of events are going on in your life, a little bit more about the situation that's causing you to feel not well right now. This can also bring up underlying events or things from the past that haven't been healed yet. So pile 1, what's happening? What's going on? What are you feeling? What is causing this? So we have the Tower. So you feel as if everything's falling apart right now, as if things that you've worked hard to build or things that you've worked hard to put together have fallen apart or aren't working out. Or as if something big in your life has fallen apart recently or ended and it was unexpected. You didn't want it to end and it did just end. Or something that you were working hard on broke or stopped progressing or just like became unfixable. I'm seeing. Let's find out a little bit more. That one flew right out. We have the 8 of Wands. So interesting. With the imagery in this card, in these cards here, actually, what I'm getting is that like for some of you, like this actually could have been a house fire that like has happened recently that really stressed you out, or there was a loss of a home, or there's like a fear of a loss of a home, or you see that coming in some way. If this is past energy, it could have been, I'm even hearing like going through foster care, losing a home when you were younger, having to move a lot. Something about the loss of a home I'm really feeling here for some of you guys. But it could be other things too. I'm just like, for somebody here strongly, like it has to do with loss of a home. Somebody needs to hear that. Yeah, and you know what? I just noticed this too. You see how this cat has the same design as this cat? So I'm getting that like for some of you guys, it was even you as a child like lost this home. This is you in the present moment. So maybe you're kind of dealing with a cycle or you're dealing with something that's brought up these past memories right now. Interesting. Anyways, with the message of 8 of Wands, the message is that you're very busy. So whatever has fallen apart might have gotten you into this energy where you have to fix things, where you have to put things back together, where you have to problem solve in some way now. I'm getting like a real sense of urgency here. Like something has happened that's made you like really have to look at things differently, really have to put a lot of energy into something and really get into a really busy state. And yeah, losing a home or facing homelessness or facing loss of a home or even fear of loss of a home, like fear of not being able to pay your rent, fear of not being able to pay your bills, that would cause you to have to do a lot of things to try to fix that. Like you're gonna have to look into your financial situation, you're gonna have to look at your jobs, you're gonna figure out who you can ask to borrow money from, you're gonna be like possibly taking on second jobs. I'm seeing that kind of energy here where like something has fallen apart that has really like affected other areas of your life too and has gotten you into this very busy state trying to fix this. Now let's find out more. We have the Star in reverse. Oh my gosh, and it's the same cat. That's crazy. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. And this cat looks a bit like that one. Interesting. Yeah, I'm getting this strongly again. That's something in your life has really been delayed. Like this moment really like caused a big delay in your life. It caused you not to be able to go forward in the direction that you wanted to go forward in. It's caused like a lot of things to slow down or even stop altogether. Like some of these things I'm seeing here like are unfixable. Like you're gonna have to go into a completely new direction. And that's really scary, and that's like a lot to deal with right now. I'm seeing that if this is a past situation and it's not something in the present moment, that okay, you know what? I'm seeing this either way. I'm seeing that you guys are in a state of not feeling like things are going to work out. Like you're very scared that things won't work out. You're very scared that it won't pay off in the end. You're very scared that you're going to be kind of stuck in this situation, stuck with this broken whatever it is that you built, stuck with this empty house, stuck being homeless, stuck hitting rock bottom. I'm hearing that you guys like are really scared that this is just not going to work out, and that you've kind of lost a bit of faith in the universe because of this. I'm seeing for some of you guys it is like some kind of wish that you were hoping to come true that actually like backfired and it didn't work out, and it was really scary and it was really bad. I'm seeing for a lot of you guys this is a past situation that has to do with the present situation, so they're connected. That maybe as a child or something you had to deal with either homelessness, losing a home, moving as I said, and it has kind of repeated in the present moment. Again, like for some of you guys it might not have to do with a house or a home. If it doesn't, then I'm just seeing that the cycle repeated again. Some of you guys like could have had like a home related problem as a kid, I'm seeing, that like has played off into something else. So for example, you had to move homes a lot as a kid, but in the present moment you lost a car. Like it doesn't have to be like exactly connected, but I'm seeing that like some kind of loss is very connected to what's going on in the present moment. Yeah, I'm just seeing that you guys are really afraid this isn't going to work out, that you're really afraid of trusting the universe right now, of trusting in this situation. And that you don't really feel like you can move forward right now. Oh. We have the Queen of Cups. And the Ten of Swords. Yeah, something has ended. Like something is all done. Like you cannot fix it. It's gone. So with this Queen of Cups, it's funny because like I was looking at this cat, I'm like, that looks like it's a mom. And I was kind of thinking about that as I was shuffling too when this one came out. So I'm thinking like for some of you guys, like it was your mom that kind of like protected you through this hard situation. Or you had to go through this situation when you were a kid with your mom. Yeah, I'm seeing that your mom could have been like a bit impulsive too, which caused a bit of this risk-taking stuff, which caused a little bit of chaos in your life. I'm seeing it's caused this like lack of trust. I'm seeing, yeah, for a lot of you guys this might be a past energy, but I'm seeing, yeah, something to do with a mom or even a caregiver in general. Like it could be a dad as well. I just, because we got Queen, I said mom. But I'm seeing that, yeah, for some of you guys this is like a parent who was very I'm gonna say impulsive, spontaneous, kind of like a go with the flow type energy. Didn't always think things through. Like I heard gambled a lot, like, and I don't mean gambling as in like spending money everywhere. Like it could be actual gambling, but I'm really just getting the type of person who really takes a lot of risks and doesn't really think too much about whether or not they'll pay off. And so I'm getting that you're almost kind of into this like controlled energy of not wanting to take too many risks, wanting to really play it safe because you had a lot of losses and you had a lot of situations that like burned down for you or crumbled for you or just like didn't work out, and you like connect it to this parent, either unconsciously or consciously. You connect it to this parent who like gambled and took a lot of risks and caused things to fall apart for you. For others of you guys, it is that you took a risk and it didn't pay off. But I'm getting very strongly for a lot of you guys, it was your parent that took a risk and it didn't pay off. But for some of you guys, it's going to be both too. It could be that you had a parent who took risks when you're younger and you're taking risks now. For others of you guys, I'm seeing that you guys are more scared of this happening, so are more likely to try to control the situation. But anyway, something in your present moment has ended. I also got like, it's weird, like we see this, like this is a very dirty house here. You see like the dishes piled up. You see like filth everywhere. Like getting like a few energies with this. Like one energy is that like you're impulsive, and like it looks like there's even like alcohol over here. Like for some of you guys, like you did have a parent who kind of like didn't take care of things and you sort of had to live in that messy environment. Yeah, like for some of you guys had a caregiver who didn't take care of you. And so that's kind of got you in this scared of endings energy. But for others of you guys, you might even be depressed and not taking care of things right now either. Again, for a lot, I'm seeing that like both the sides that I'm seeing are like, for a lot of you guys, it's both. For a lot of you guys, it is like a parent who did these things, and then you're seeing yourself sort of act in these ways in the present moment. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that a lot. For some of you guys, like you're feeling depressed and you're not taking care of your things because you're overwhelmed with the emotions from when you were a child, from when you're dealing with this. And you don't even realize that that's like the root cause. You don't even realize that the reason that you're sitting in bed depressed, like not wanting to do things, is because of the emotions that you have to deal with and try to like block out and try like not to process from when you were a kid, when things were chaotic, when things were unpredictable, and when you were losing a lot. For some of you guys, like you're afraid to like take any actions at all because you're so afraid of these endings happening to you again. You're afraid that any action will lead to bad things. For some of you guys, like you do have a protector in your life, I'm seeing, like, so I'm seeing that they are like this parent or this person who like you couldn't trust. For some of you guys, you have a good relationship with this person in the present moment. Like you have a really good relationship with this person. You see them in a really high light. You see them as protecting you from this. But you got to a point where you couldn't trust them anymore. And that sort of hindered the relationship a bit or just made it awkward even. Might be that you used to trust them, but now you don't. But yeah, this mistrust is coming up now. For some of you guys, it's just your angels and guides. Like you used to have faith in the universe. You used to believe that you would be rescued, that you would be cared for. And now you don't trust them anymore. Because seeing this orange cat up right here, like you trusted them then. You like knew they'd save you. Like they were your savior here, but now they're like upside down in this picture. Like you no longer trust them. You no longer have faith in them. At one point you did have trust in this person. Yeah, show you guys this is your parent. Like in this picture, in this point in time, you did trust them, but they failed you. So now you don't trust them is what I'm seeing. And we also got this 8 of Swords in reverse. See, this one's neat too, because if you look at the picture, there's like a baby gate and a soother here. So it just brings up that like childhood energy for me again, that like for a lot of you guys, this is a childhood situation that's sort of reoccurring. This thought of mistrust here. So with this 8 of Swords in reverse, I'm getting that this situation was meant to get you unstuck from something in your life. Like there is some kind of energy where you are stuck, and this Tower moment happened to get you unstuck. So I'm definitely gonna get more about that. Let's find out a little bit more about these 8 of Swords, how you're meant to get unstuck. Oh, got a few coming out. So we got Judgment, the 4 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. I heard that it was meant to help you see things more clear. You were meant to see something more clearly. And it's supposed to help things move forward for you in a good direction. Like this is supposed to help things move forward for you in a good direction. So there might be something with the present moment energy that you weren't really seeing clearly. We have this rest energy here. So usually that recommends taking a rest, but I'm really getting that like, and I mean, yes, take a rest from your thoughts. I'm definitely getting that. Like take a rest from your fears, take a rest from your thoughts, take a rest from anything that's sort of like exhausting you. But I'm also getting that for like a lot of you guys, you really rested on this event that happened in your life. you really didn't want to deal with it fully. I'm also getting that, like, especially with the Eight of Wands here too, that this has got you in a very anxious energy, sort of this like past experience or this current experience that's even happening, that like throughout your life you've became a person who really, I'm hearing, tries to control things. I'm hearing that like you're the type of person who doesn't want to just allow things to unfold and go with the flow. Like you want to push things in a certain direction because you want to be in control of your environment. You don't want things to crumble like they did in the past. And it's this exact fear of this happening again that like may have actually caused this to happen to you again. I'm seeing but I'm seeing that like it was for a reason. It's to get you to repeat this so that you can get out of this situation. I'm seeing so that you can see that you're in control right now, so you can see that you don't have to be stuck in this situation. Okay, let's get some other messages. What else does Spirit want you to know about this situation? What does Spirit want you to know about your mental health? What does Spirit want you to know about your mental health? So we have deprivation, and it came up beside partnerships and love. So I'm seeing that this situation has got you in a bit of a lack mindset. That, especially in your relationships in life, like you're always feeling like your partnerships won't work out, or you're always looking at like what they're not offering you, or sort of what's lacking in a relationship. You don't really see anybody as being able to offer you what you need. And it's because this person failed you in the past. I'm seeing for some of you guys, like you don't even have faith in like your spirit guides or your angels or God or whatever else it is. Like you don't even have faith in them most of the time. You just don't believe things will work out because they didn't. And for some of you guys, like it didn't work out more than once. Like I said, a lot of you guys are going through a present situation where something has just ended and you've just like lost faith in trying again. You don't really want to put any energy into trying again. You don't really want to move forward again. But I'm seeing that things were cleared out of the way for you to make you move forward in the right direction, to make good things happen to you, to open the doors for something better. I'm seeing a lot of you guys were trapped in a situation that really just wasn't good for you. Like I said, I see this dirty house here. Like, I'm seeing like if this was a living situation, like this living situation wasn't right for you. Like this living situation wasn't good. Like it might have looked good on the outside, but like was kind of cruddy on the inside, or like something like that. Whatever the situation is that crumbled, like it wasn't good enough for you. And it was kind of like the result of you like trying to really play it safe and trying to keep things really stable and seeing for a lot of you guys, like it's caused you not to believe that like you will have a good partner come in, or you will have good love come in because of this past situation that didn't work out with a person. For some of you guys, like your fears around not getting enough, around not having enough, has caused you not to want to give as much in relationships. And I'm also seeing that your fears could have caused you to, I'm hearing, not see what you've been offered. So there might even be like romantic relationships being offered to you, and you're not able to see them as good enough because you have this lack mindset because of what happened as a child. Because you're so used to losing things, because you're so used to things crumbling, because you're so used to things that you've built falling down. You're not used to receiving this. You're not used to receiving real love, I'm seeing. And you're not willing to take it on because of that. For some of you guys, like this housing situation or this like crumbling situation might have even been you trying really hard to hold on to a relationship that wasn't right for you because you were afraid of not ever getting better, because you were lowering your standards in order to hold on to the stability that you had to lose before. It's tough, guys. Okay. Now that we got lots of information about your situation, how you're feeling, what's going on, let's find out what the advice is from Spirit. What does Spirit want you to do about your situation? What can help with this mental health situation? What can help? How does Spirit want to help with this situation? What does Spirit think will help? So we got physical body, deceit in reverse, and family in reverse. Okay. So for you guys, what I'm seeing is that there's a few different messages here. I'm seeing with this card here that there's something you're deceiving yourself on. There's something that you are lying to yourself about. There's something that you're not being honest with yourself about. And when you start being more honest with yourself about that, that's going to help a lot. With our family card in reverse next to it, I'm seeing that it could have something to do with your family or your interactions with your family. So either you're seeing something that's not true regarding your family, or it could even be that spending time with them is not the best thing for you in some way. But I'm definitely gonna get like more information on that because this could be a lot of different things, so I want some clarity. So we have grace in reverse as our clarity for the deceit card. And let's get a clarifier for the family in reverse card. Ooh, heavy cards. Okay. We got loss and death. Oh, you know what? I missed that earlier. Okay, that's a little bit of a different message. For some of you guys, it isn't that you stopped trusting this caregiver. It's that you actually like physically lost them. For some of you guys, like it literally was losing a caregiver in a house fire or losing a caregiver to death. For others, like it still could be like a caregiver left or a caregiver is no longer in your life, or you no longer have the relationship with the caregiver, the relationship died. But definitely for some of you guys with this death card coming up and these flames and stuff, like somebody has actually physically lost a caregiver in their life. And that's really sad, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But you've definitely experienced some kind of loss, and it's a loss of a family member, whether it was energetically or physically. Either way, like you are mourning this loss, like this is hurting you. Some of you guys are even denying the fact that it is hurting you, or you're trying to deceive yourself and saying that it's not bothering you anymore, that this is old news, this is old energy, but I'm hearing that it is still bothering you, that it is still hurting you. I heard abandonment too. Like some of you guys had like a family member that up and left, and that was sort of like your big tower moment. Was that like a family member up and left, and that your physical loss in the present could even be a relationship that up and left, similar to what happened there. I'm definitely getting repeat pattern energy though. Like I would say that there'd be very few of you guys that didn't have some kind of present moment event happening that was very similar to a past event happening. I'm gonna say that strongly. Like I'm definitely seeing that. But yeah, I'm seeing that the way you're deceiving yourself though, the thing that you're not seeing is that things can be okay in the present moment, that you can be happy in the present moment, that you can choose joy, that you can choose peace, that you can choose to be happy. Some of you guys don't even see that as a possibility. Like you think like after going through all of this, like it's just not possible for you, and that's sort of how you're deceiving yourself. Turns over family energy, and like for some of you guys, I did hear toxic family members too with this coming up with it. So for some of you guys, you just don't want to deal with the loss of the family members. Like there's, for some of you guys like who had that neglectful family member, or who had that family member that just wasn't there for you, that really didn't take care of you, that like left you in this awful situation here, that like just didn't care for you in the way that like you needed care and being cared for. I'm seeing that for some of you guys, like the best thing for you is actually just to allow this relationship to end. And for some of you guys, you haven't allowed it to end yet, and that's why these tower moments keep coming up. That's why this ending keeps coming up. Or you've had some kind of ending in the present moment that has given you no choice. It could have even been like this family member walking out of your life, or this family member moving far away, or this family member no longer being around anymore. But I'm really getting this situation was created for you. Like your guides want you to see that this is over, that this is done. And I'm sorry for those of you guys who actually did experience a physical loss. If that's your situation, it's not that your guides are telling you to get over it, it's that your guides are just reminding you to process that energy. But for those of you guys who are hanging on to a family relationship that wasn't good for you, that you know isn't good for you, your guides want you to cut ties with it and accept the loss and to heal from it. I'm seeing they actually want you to get into this mourning period. Like for some of you guys, whether it was a physical death or an emotional death, I'm seeing that like the mourning needs to happen. That's what you That's what your guides want you to do. Whew. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Okay, let's find out what else. Okay, pile 1, what would help you heal from the situation? What would help you heal? What would help you move on? What will help in this situation? Okay, we got Father in reverse. So for those of you guys who are thinking of a father and wanted that confirmation, here it is. It definitely could be a father. Definitely could be a father that abandoned you. And it says dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Oh my goodness, guys. Like, I'm not seeing this as advice. I think Spirit just really wanted me to get a little bit more clarity for those of you guys who are a little bit confused as to where you fall in this, because there's multiple situations here. But yeah, for some of you guys, it really is a father figure that you're going to have to let go of. I'm so sorry. It's such a difficult energy. We got gossip in reverse. So thrives on the power of passing on private secrets or information, betraying confidence. So for some of you guys, that could be your situation too. Somebody was sharing secrets. Someone was saying things behind your back. Someone was like, I heard even like trying to get people on their side. So like there may have even been a parent or caregiver who like acted jealous with you or acted like they didn't care about you, and they were and they like even shared information to people to try to bring them down. So like the example I'm seeing is like if you had like a mother or father figure that was jealous of you, or yeah, that was jealous of you, and they wanted other family members to have a negative opinion of you. I'm seeing them like whispering and saying bad things about you to other family members or other people you cared about. For some of you guys, I'm hearing like this is an entire side of the family you might even have to cut off. Like if you have the situation where you have a narcissist in your life who has spread all these things to other people, and you now have an entire side of your family out to get you, or like or sharing these negative things about you, then you might even have to cut off an entire side of the family just because of the damage this person has done, because it's not healthy for you. And you can do better, I'm seeing, and that you will attract better relationships. This is a card to show that better relationships are coming for you. This card means that your guides are actually currently searching for better relationships for you. So, gosh, I find myself speaking fast. This is very difficult. But yeah, I'm seeing that your guides are currently working to find better people for you, to find better connections, to find people better suited to you. Seeing for some of you guys, the deceit, the thing you lied to yourself, and I felt this in the beginning too, and I just connected it now, but the deceit that you are feeling for yourself is that you're not seeing yourself in a positive light. You've let this person say things about you. You've let this person bring you down. You've let this person see yourself. You've let this person create a reality for yourself where you don't see yourself in this positive light. You don't see yourself as this graceful, peaceful, amazing person. You see yourself in this like negative light, in this not great light, because of the things that they've said. And we also got prostitute, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. And we got detective in reverse. So it says voyeurism, falsifying information. Yeah, somebody like has spread lies about you, said things that aren't true. And I'm hearing like for a lot of you guys, they said this to you. Like this wasn't even necessarily them spreading rumors to other family members, though that's there strongly as well. I'm seeing that they may have said this information to you. They may have told you things about yourself that weren't true. They may have said things about you to your face as a child that like just was not the true light that you are. Some of you guys, I'm hearing like they made you feel like you were a monster, like you were a bad person, like you couldn't do anything right, like you couldn't achieve anything, that you'd never become anything, like all kinds of really harsh shaming energy that these people threw at you, or this family member threw at you, that really just made this untrusting situation happening. And I'm really getting strong energy that cutting them off is what would help the most. And if we're talking about like actually physically losing a family member, by the way, I know like there's a lot of mixed energy here, guys, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to like go through each one. Should have done more piles, but we'll get through all of them. But if you have dealt with like the loss of a family member, I'm seeing that the loss of the person that you lost, or the person who passed away, either was your main caregiver, so it was your it was a person that you really cared about who sort of rescued you from the situation. That's a story I'm hearing for some of you guys, that you had a family member that really nurtured you and took care of you through these bad situations, that really rescued you, like the mama cat does in this picture here. And that person passed away, causing the rest of the situation to be very much worse for you. I'm also seeing that the deceit that's happening like could even be your own thoughts. Like some of you guys like blame yourself for the situation in some way, and this is whether this is like a physical death or not. But I'm seeing that some of you guys are blaming yourself for the situation. Some of you guys are telling yourself these things. Some of you guys just aren't believing that you are a good person, you are amazing, that you don't deserve to be feeling this way, you don't deserve to be seen in this light. Okay. I just want to get a message for how do we heal ourselves? Like another message for how do we heal ourselves? How do we move on from this? We have connect with fire. Energy work. Write a gratitude list. And connect with your ancestors. So I'm seeing like exploring ancestral patterns here with this card would really be helpful for you. So looking back at your ancestors, like look back at like how your parents treated you, look back at how like their parents treated them, look back at all the generations of people and like sort of how they've treated each other through generations will help you heal a lot, is what I'm seeing. Realizing that you weren't like the only one treated this way, that it could have been their parents treating them that way as well. I'm also hearing like reconnect with things outside of yourself and your environment. So reconnecting with your angels and guides and ancestors. Remember that you're not here alone, that you do have your ancestors and your angels and your guides on this journey with you. You're never alone. It doesn't matter who you lose, it doesn't matter who you need to let go of. You're not alone, is what I'm seeing. I heard like it says write a gratitude list. So yeah, write about things that you can be appreciative about in the moment, the things that you still do have, the things that haven't broken down, that haven't ended. But also what I'm seeing is like write things about yourself. I'm seeing too. Write things that you love about yourself. Write things that you write good things about yourself too. Things that you can appreciate about yourself, especially if you are hearing these harsh things from these family members, from these caregivers. I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, like this anxiety or this depression or whatever it is you're experiencing was really given to you. Like it wasn't something that is even yours. I think that's important too, is remember it doesn't belong to you. It was given to you. You didn't ask for it. And that you can still choose to feel better, that you can still choose to be positive, you can still choose to be happy. Yeah, I'm seeing that for some of you guys, like doing a burning ritual where you write down fears and anxiety and worries and things that are bothering you right now, and you just kind of burn them in the fire. Some of you guys are even going to need to like write down people's names to symbolize like burning the connection with those people, moving on from those people. Chakra work can of course help too, getting yourself regrounded, especially that root chakra I'm seeing strongly. If we're ever in a situation where we feel like we're not stable in our home environment, or we can't find a home, or we don't really feel grounded, or we're kind of like always afraid of losing stability, if you ever find yourself in that energy, it is a sign of a root chakra deficiency. Sorry, blockage. It is a sign of a root chakra blockage. And I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, focusing on that chakra would really help you just feel more safe. Really, like we're talking about changing our feelings here, and for sure, like grounding yourself in that root chakra would definitely help you feel more safe. I'm seeing for a lot of you guys the sacral chakra might need some work as well, and especially that solar plexus chakra too, considering all these things that you've had to hear about yourself. Focusing on confidence, so focusing on feeling safe within your own energy would really help you guys a lot. But I'm seeing like the overall message in like what's going to help your mental health the most is cutting off relationships that are no longer meant to be in your life and allowing these endings to happen, right? These things aren't for you, it's for the best. You've been stuck in this sort of depressed, sad energy by trying to hang on to these people that aren't meant to be there anymore. Seeing that as a theme for all of you guys, that there is, especially family, for some of you guys it could be romantic, but very, very strongly family, that there are relationships that aren't meant to be there anymore. And if those relationships are already gone, then for some of you guys, it's simply just mourning the loss of those relationships and accepting the fact that it did hurt you. Like that this does affect you, that you do have real emotions about the situation, and letting those go. And like when I say letting them go, that doesn't mean like don't feel them. By all means, like we want to feel those emotions, but I think it's just the acceptance that you're feeling them is really like what's needed here. Like I'm not even seeing any like further action. I'm just seeing accepting that, yeah, I'm sad about that. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, that wasn't pleasant. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be in this energy, and then just choosing to feel something else and choosing to be happy and choosing to be carefree and choosing to love yourself. Whether you're in a sad, angry, mad state, just choosing to love yourself despite anything. Really working on yourself and caring about yourself is really an energy I'm seeing strongly here too. Okay, my beautiful souls who chose pile number 1, I really hoped this helped. I know this was a lot, but I do hope it helped, and I hope you can get some help with your mental health. And I really hope that this helped make you feel better. Bye now. Hello there, beautiful souls who chose pile number 2. And if you chose the Muse Tarot deck, then this reading is for you. So pile 2. So first I want to find out a little bit about your mental health situation. What's going on right now? What's bothering you right now? What might be stressing you out? What might be the underlying causes? That sort of thing. Whatever Spirit wants to tell us. So pile 2, tell me a little bit more about your mental health situation. What's going on here? What's happening? Pile 2. What's going on? What's happening with your mental health situation? You have the Ace of Voices. Interesting, okay. The Muse of Materials. The Ace of Materials in reverse. The Ten of Inspiration. And the Three of Materials. So I'm seeing that right now you guys might be feeling very stressed out, very overworked with your job right now. A lot's going on with your career, I'm seeing. I'm seeing that you guys may have hoped for a certain promotion or hoped for a certain job offer, or maybe you're even in the midst of applying for a job. Maybe you guys are unemployed or don't have financial stability in your career. You guys might even be building something new that just hasn't quite taken off the ground yet to give you money. But I'm definitely seeing a bit of a financial loss here or a missed opportunity in some way. And if it's not that, I'm seeing that it could also be a fear of losing a financial opportunity. Like you guys are fearing losing your job, you're fearing not getting a certain promotion, you feel like your hard work isn't going to pay off. But definitely something in career has you very overworked, and like you're very busy in your career. You're very much trying to push forward, but feeling exhausted, feeling like you have too much going on. I'm seeing for some of you guys like it is that your boss did not offer you a promotion, or your boss hasn't offered you a promotion in a really long time, and you're considering speaking up about this. You're considering talking to your boss about this, and that's stressing you out because you know that there's other people and there's other competition, other people who be offered these promotions, and you don't want to put yourself into a bad light and put these other people into a good light or have them be hired. For some of you guys, it's that you don't have enough people to delegate to. So I'm seeing that like you could be short-staffed, or you might just not be the type of person to ask for help, or you are or you're trying to hire people but you're not finding them. I'm seeing very strongly that you're also searching clarity about the situation. Like something is confusing you here. Something, there's something you're not seeing clearly. What's going on? File number 2. What's happening? What's going on with this? We have the 5 of Voices and the 8 of Materials. Okay, so that's what I was looking for regarding the coworkers. Some of you guys feel like your coworkers don't really see the value in you, that your coworkers like aren't getting along. For some of you guys, like it's not even you that's a part of the drama. Like I'm hearing that some of you guys aren't even part of it, but there is drama going on at your work. There's a lot of arguments going on at your work. People not seeing the situation clearly, people not seeing you in a clear light. I'm seeing, but I'm seeing that you guys are working very hard and you guys are exhausted. For some of you guys, like it's that you guys are actually the person like holding it together, holding it all up while all this chaos is happening around you. I'm hearing that like things in your work department feel very chaotic, feel very all over the place, feel like you just can't, feel like most people wouldn't be able to manage it, but you are managing it, you are pushing forward, you are getting through it. But it's a lot. I'm seeing that for some of you guys, like you're the only person who's able to keep it together while all your other coworkers are becoming exhausted, or all your other coworkers are arguing, or all your other coworkers are struggling to make it work. For some of you guys, it's you and your coworkers who are exhausted because there's not enough staff, or there is too much work, or something related to that. Okay, interesting. We have the 3 of Inspiration. And the Emperor in reverse. So for some of you guys, it is a boss that is overworking you. It is, especially if it is a male boss. It doesn't have to be a male boss, but I'm definitely seeing that like it could be a boss expecting too much from you, or it could even be like the higher ups in like HR expecting too much of you. Like the job is just too much for you. Some of you guys have a very authoritarian, domineering boss who's kind of like bossing you around, and again, not seeing you in a great light. And for others of you guys, it's that you don't have a job at all, and that you're looking for a job and you're struggling to find that job, and you're working so hard to find this job, but it's not working out at all. I'm seeing that you are progressing though. Like this situation is moving in the right direction. Okay, I'm seeing for some of you guys that you are actually looking at your other options, that you are like, you might be working this job but like applying to other places or looking at other careers because it's getting too much. You're getting too exhausted and you're just not able to keep this together. For some of you guys, this is like a long-term theme in your job. Like you guys are always understaffed, you guys are always overworked, you guys aren't really ever appreciated. It might be that kind of work environment, and you're finally starting to see the situation clearly. Like this isn't gonna clean up, this isn't gonna get better, and this is giving you anxiety because that means that you're gonna have to look for something else. Okay, let's find out what Spirit has to say about the situation. Let's see, what does Spirit want to say about the situation? How can we better your mental health? What needs to be done? What can be done to heal this situation? Okay, what is Spirit's advice? Okay, what is Spirit's advice for this situation? What is Spirit's advice for this situation? We have Solitude in reverse. So for a lot of you guys, delegation is key. Like you guys are, so I got 2 messages. One, some of you guys like aren't relying on your coworkers or aren't relying on your staff if you're in a manager position, or you're not all relying on other people in some way. You're not allowing other people in. And that delegating to other people and sharing some of the workload would really help you a lot. The other message I got with this card is that some of you guys need to spend time on your own, like without any people at all. Like you're getting exhausted from all this other energy, from all this other stuff going on. And you might think it's not bothering you. You might think that you're still pushing forward, but it's bothering you more than you let on. And you need to like desperately spend time by yourself, and you're resisting in some way. You're not slowing down. You're not taking enough time to yourself. And that if you spent time with yourself, meditating, even just thinking on your own, I'm hearing, that the answers would come to you and you'd realize what you actually have to do here. Yeah, we have truth. So for a lot of you guys, like, there's a certain truth that you don't really want to look at. Like even with this card here, like the girl's trying to look the other way, like the truth's over here and she's trying to look that way even though she knows the answer already. So there's something that you guys might be even in denial about, or something that you guys just aren't being honest with yourself about, that you don't really want to see or you don't really want to look at. And Spirit's encouraging you to spend time alone to figure out the truth of that situation. I'm hearing it's very specific to your problem, so I might not be able to figure it out in this reading, but I'll definitely try and get some information. But for a lot of you guys, it's very specific, and Spirit would actually prefer you get it by meditating and by listening to your own inner gut. I'm hearing that many of you guys, like your first instinct, the first thing you heard that came to mind, that's the answer. You don't need to, you don't need any validation for that because you already know. I'm also getting that if you are in any way involved in these arguments with your coworkers, or you are any way involved in the drama, or you're even like looking at the drama from afar and seeing it like in a negative light, that there may be a piece of the situation that you're not seeing. There might be a perspective that you don't have, I'm seeing here, a perspective that you don't really want to look at. You might be looking at these people as bad or mean, or they just don't see things clearly. But in reality, there's a truth that you may not see yet. There's a hidden truth to it. I'm also getting, like, I heard two sides to every story. It could simply be that, like, you have one side of the story and the other people involved have another side to the story that you didn't even consider. The meaning in this card is that all truths are the truth. So it's that you may have one truth, and that, yes, that's the truth, that's true for you, but that another person may have a whole other truth, and that doesn't make that truth any less of a truth, just because you see the situation differently, or your truth is different than theirs. Let's see, how can we help Pile 2 with their mental health situation? How can we help Pile 2 with their mental health situation? So we have discontent, muses. So I'm hearing that you're no longer passionate about your job anymore. You're no longer feeling that spark that you once had in the beginning when you first started your job. And one of the reasons that you might be feeling bored and unpassionate with this card is that you are, is that you might even be finished this situation. Like the hidden truth in this might be that it's time to move on, or that you've completed this in some way. And that you're still staying here even though you've learned all there is to know, and that you're no longer feeling fulfilled by it anymore because you just simply completed it. It might be that it is time to move on to another career. It might be time to go back to school. It might be time to learn something else, or even learn something else in regards to this career. There might be something more to learn. But I'm really getting the idea that it's like kind of final for you guys. You've learned all you need to learn. You've done all you need to do. For some of you guys, you can get away with sort of starting a new creative project within your career. Like you're just kind of doing the same thing every day and not changing it up at all. And you can kind of provide something in your career that's new and creative and different that will help you learn and grow through it. But I'm just hearing that the growth has stopped in your career right now, and that's sort of got you feeling unfulfilled, and that mixing it up in some way will really help, even if it isn't necessarily quitting your career, although I'm getting that strongly for some people that starting a new career is the right thing if you've been thinking about that. But for others of you guys, it's that you just got to mix it up in some way within your career. I'm not getting a lot of heavy mental health vibes here yet. I'm just getting that you guys are just really stressed. You guys are just very stressed with this situation, that something might have to come to an end, or that something might have to change and it's bothering you. We do have unconditional love. Okay, I heard an interesting message with that one. So I'm hearing that some of you guys might feel like if you were to let this career go, that it would somehow be a failure for you. I'm not hearing that you look bad to other people. I hear that the concern is more that you look bad to yourself. Like, you set an expectation for yourself to achieve this. This is maybe what you went through school for. This is what you spent lots of money learning about. This is like the career that you've built and worked hard towards. And like, not getting to a certain point in the career and going in a different direction would be like seen as a failure to you. Like, you don't see this as complete. You see this as like, you see this as you didn't achieve what you were supposed to achieve in this, especially if you're in the situation where you haven't gotten a promotion and you're sort of just like in the middle and you feel like you need to get to the top of the tower before you can properly quit this job. But the truth is you're no longer passionate about this job. So I'm hearing from Spirit that regardless of the direction that this goes, like, the best thing you can do for yourself on a mental health level is to love yourself no matter what. To remind yourself that it's not your career, it's not what you build, it's not what you provide the world, it's not your success that defines who you are and whether or not you're worthy of love. It's you. You decide that you're worthy of love no matter what. And even if you're not in a place where you can properly love yourself right now, I'm seeing that Spirit's here to love you no matter what. Oh, also a message I got with some of you guys, okay, this makes more sense for the mental health message, is that some of you guys are feeling very depressed about the situation, and it actually might be more of a situation where you're struggling to get up and do your job properly, or you're just struggling to get up and do things in general. I'm getting that depressive energy where you guys might be struggling to get out of bed, you might be struggling to push forward. Like, this has a lot of resistance in this card, so it always feels like you're moving forward, but there's this like energy just resisting you, pushing you back, and you're not able to move forward. And that's because you're not feeling passionate about what you're doing, the thing that you're supposed to be getting out of bed to do and to work hard on and to do things. You're not feeling passionate about it. You're not feeling like it's meant for you anymore. And it's because you've learned all there is to learn, or you've mastered this, or you're just not creating anything. You're not using your imagination. You're not using the gifts that you came into this world with. It's just not fulfilling. Hearing that you're very bored with the situation, and that might be like the truth that you don't really want to admit to yourself, is that what you're actually feeling is not depression, it's boredom. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Let's see what else can we do to help this situation. We have intuition in reverse. So Spirit wants to inform you that you're not currently listening to your intuition, that you are ignoring this truth that they're trying to tell you through your intuition, that you don't want to hear this message. Maybe it's too hard for you to hear the message. Maybe you don't really want things to change right now. Maybe it just seems really exhausting to have to look at a new job and a new career, especially if you are in this depression energy. It might be that, like, yes, I'm bored with my career. I know that, but I don't feel like I have the energy to get up and go after something else right now. You might be feeling a bit defeated, like you can't get out of this energy. But with this card, the message is that if you were to start something creative and you were to find something that you were passionate about, this energy would just change. Just starting something small even. I'm hearing for some of you guys, like, let's say you're into art. Like, you don't have to get up and quit your job and be an artist. You can just pick up your sketchbook and do a drawing and see, like, was I motivated to get out of bed to do that drawing? If you were, then you know that's the right direction. That's your intuition saying, yes, this is right for me. And this could be like, you can take a small step in whatever area that you feel called to do. If you're interested in tarot cards, for instance, like, maybe just give yourself a tarot reading one day and think, like, was I motivated to get out of bed to do that tarot reading? That's your soul telling you whether that's something that you'd be meant to do or not. Now, we also have this card hidden in here. It's not quite coming out, but I've seen it a few times. And this does make sense with the depression message, but it is exhaustion. I am going to throw that out there because I've seen it a few times kind of flip out in the deck, but it hasn't quite flew out yet. Which is actually kind of funny with the message itself too, because like I said, it's that not getting out of bed energy. It's that not wanting to move forward energy. It's that not having energy to do anything energy with this card. Yeah, you're feeling very lethargic. And with this card, the other message that like opportunities are being offered to you, but you're missing them because you're feeling so exhausted, because you're feeling like you can't get up and do anything. Okay, let's get a little bit more specific. What action can pile 2 take right now that would make a big difference? What action would make the biggest difference right now if pile 2 were to take it to change their energy, to change their mental health situation? What action can pile 2 take right now that would make a big difference? So we have divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. I heard a couple things with that. I heard remind yourself that you are surrounded by people who love you, and that includes on the energetic realm. You have ancestors who love you, you have angels who love you, you have guides who love you. You're never alone. So if you're feeling lonely right now, which I am getting a bit of too, remind yourself that you are surrounded by people who love you, people who want to see you do well, people who want to see you move forward, people who want to see you be the star that they know you can be. They want you to know that you are being helped, spiritually, that you are being helped energetically, that your angels and guides are here with you, that they are by your side, and they're giving you a big hug, and they're giving you lots of love, and you're never alone is the message, and you're never without supporters is the message too, because they are here supporting you. And then if you just pray and ask, like, they will help you. If you want to just like give them a prayer and say, listen, I'm exhausted, I can't get out of my bed, I don't have any energy, like, just send them a prayer, and like you'd be surprised in the ways that they can help, or the things that would come up to you. I know for me, like if I ever get into that energy, then and I do that prayer, like one thing that happens to me a lot is like sun starts shining through my window, and like just the sunlight hitting you sometimes is just enough to want to get up and go, and that's something that works for me. But your angels and guides know you so well that they would send something your way that would make you feel really good. Maybe it's a piece of good news, maybe it's a phone call from somebody that you love and care about. I don't know what it's going to be for you, but the answer here is to just remember that you are not alone, to pray, to talk to your ancestors and guides in whatever way resonates with you, and to remind yourself that they are there. You are not alone. What else would be something that would really help pile number 2 right now? If they did it right this second, what would help them right now? So we got leap and take a break. Interesting. These are like very opposite cards here. So I think we're getting kind of like long-term and short-term messages here. So no, actually I heard something different. So your angels and guides want you to take a break from your current job situation, from your current work situation, from all that doesn't fulfill you. They want you to like just take a load right off and like throw out your backpack, push it down. Anything that is not serving you right now, they want you to put it down. That includes jobs that aren't fulfilling. That includes anything that makes you feel like you're dragging your feet. That includes like chores that you don't feel like doing right now. Like anything that makes you feel like, gosh, I can't do that. Like that's just exhausting for me, that's mundane for me, that's boring for me, I don't feel fulfilled by this. Anything that doesn't feel like it's in perfect alignment with you right now, don't do it. Spirit wants you to take a break from that right now. You said you can go back to it. Like obviously there's things that are important. We can't leave chores forever. We can't like, skip our shower forever, that kind of thing. But anything that's not important to you right now, just don't make yourself do it. Let's just like take it off your to-do list. Don't worry about it right now is what I'm hearing. That's not your focus. Instead, take one big risk or one big move that does feel in alignment. Do something that feels in alignment, even if it seems crazy, even if it seems completely out there, even if it seems like absolutely nuts. If it feels in alignment, take one big move, I'm hearing. And like, it's funny because even as I'm saying this, like, I know we're talking earlier about like things like quitting your job or going in a new direction. I mean, that might be right for some of you guys. Like if you've heard that message a lot and you know very intuitively like that's right for you to do right now, then sure. But it doesn't even have to be that. Like I literally like got an image of somebody like just driving their car with their hair and the wind blowing their hair back. Like, yeah, that might be it for you guys, right? Skip the dishes, skip the shower, skip all of it. Hop in your car, have the wind come through your window and let your hair blow back. Like that might be the big risk that you need to take right now. And even if you're like going out in your pajamas in that car, like it's okay, it's going to make you feel better, do it. Do something big right now that will shift your energy. For others of you guys, it is taking that first big move, that is taking that first big step, because I'm hearing that you guys are going to be scared about it. no matter what. And that if you take it, you'll feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. It's the delaying that's bothering you guys. It's the fact that you're not taking action in that direction that is weighing you down way more than you're giving it credit for. For others of you guys, like I said, it's just picking up that sketchbook and drawing that picture and exploring the things that you're actually going to have fun with, that you're actually going to enjoy. So we got play, and I'm not surprised that this came up. Like I said before, it says have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. You guys just need to like really enjoy yourselves for a moment. I'm hearing that you guys feel overworked. Like you're feeling exhausted with what you're doing. You're feeling like you're dragging your feet doing stuff. So just do something fun for a minute. Just like take a deep breath of fresh air and just enjoy yourself for a minute. I'm hearing for some of you guys it is going out and seeing your friends again. Maybe it is engaging in some kind of alcoholic beverage, or it's enjoying a good piece of food, or just something out there that makes you feel fun and not so serious. I heard laughing as well, just laughing about something. And I know, like, you know, we hear through the spiritual community, you know, don't drink, don't do things that are bad for you, that kind of thing. But sometimes just like taking a break and doing something fun is exactly what you need to kind of shift up your energy. And it's okay to indulge in a little bit if it's going to help your vibration later. Obviously, I'm not saying that anybody who's been sober for many years to go and have an alcoholic beverage, no, but I mean, if you're like somebody who literally hasn't drank if you're somebody who normally drinks on the regular or drinks with their friends, just socially, not in a bad way, not in like an overdoing kind of way, and that's something that uplifts you and makes you have fun, then do it. Don't avoid it, because that's going to change your energy in the long term. And then we have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So your guys just really want to remind you that you are surrounded by ancestors, by guides. Like, you have so many here I'm seeing. Like, just in this picture, we've got like, I think we got 10 guides just in this picture here. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you've got so many guides, you've got so many ancestors beside you. Even animal guides are showing up in this card. And it's just this reminder that you are not alone, that you don't have to feel like you're alone. You don't have to feel like there's not anybody around you, because you're always surrounded. Even with the Solitude in Reverse card, it's got that message of you are not alone. You're surrounded, you're loved, you're cared for. Don't ever believe that you're not. We've also, like, even like with the Keepers of the Earth part here, like I heard earthing. So like even like going outside and having fresh air and being in nature again might really help you guys just like refresh and rechange your energy. I'm surprised the change your energy card didn't come up, because that's what I'm feeling is really important for you guys, is just to change your energy a bit, just to go and have some fun, just to go and out and enjoy some fresh air, just to do anything that makes you feel happy for a moment so that you can refresh, get your clarity back, and then start taking those steps towards what matters. I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, like, if you delay this, and like even if you do go and have fun for a minute and then you go back to your old situation and you don't take any actions or make any plans in the next direction, then you're just going to find yourself in this same energy again. Like, it's not going to change unless you do take that big action eventually. There was a deck that I wanted. Oh yes, this one. Okay, I'm going to take some messages from the self-care deck for you guys. What can you guys do to feel better? What can you guys do to feel better? We have clean your space. So yes, while in the short term you might take a break, get some fresh air, go somewhere, do something to change your energy. Long term, you are going to need to clean up your space. You are going to start cleaning again. I'm really getting that depression vibes where you guys like aren't even taking care of yourself right now. And if that's not the case, it might just be that you guys might need to like engage in some kind of minimalism where you get rid of some things that no longer serve you. I heard get rid of like energetic clutter as well. So for some of you guys, Oh wow, I got a lot of messages with that actually. So some of you guys, like, it's like taking a shower where you like picture the negative energy falling off of you would really help, because you're holding on to a lot of negative energy from thoughts and feelings and things about the past, or things about even like the current situation. I'm not talking far distance past, but you might be like still mad about something from like last week or a few days ago, that kind of thing. But yeah, just picturing like the negative energy or the things that are like weighing you down falling off of you, because the goal is to try to release these wands, right? It's you're carrying too many wands is the depiction of the 10 of Wands card. So you want to release some of them. You want to take them off your shoulders. So I'm getting that like even like an energetic cleanse in a shower, or using water could really help, or using sage or other things to cleanse yourself. But I'm also getting that your space itself, like you guys haven't cleaned recently, like you haven't done the dishes, or you haven't cleaned up something in your space, or even if you just like have started to like hoard things a bit and haven't gotten rid of like items in a long time, like maybe you have too much clothes or too much shoes or something like that, like getting rid of things could also help you as well. Or even energetic reminders of like past situations, like for example, if you have like love notes from an ex, getting rid of that kind of thing. Or even getting rid of old journals where you've vented out a lot of your feelings. If you engage in journaling, then maybe getting rid of those, just to really energetically give yourself a new start. I'm seeing the elf will help pile number 2 right now. What will help pile number 2 right now? We have energy work. Honestly, everybody could use a little bit of that when we're talking about mental health. Like, you wouldn't believe how much mental health situations are so connected to our chakras. I know some people don't like to hear that because that sounds like a really out there esoteric thing to talk about when we're talking about something physical like mental health. But it is really true that, like, especially our solar plexus chakra that rules our confidence and how we're feeling about ourselves, like clearing that energy, focusing on making it healed again really helps, because it helps you feel confident, helps you get into a energetic refreshed state, and it helps you move forward. So definitely those chakras are a lot more connected to our mental health than we give it credit for. If you're feeling like unsafe or like unstable in your surroundings, your root chakra can also help. If you're feeling like you need a creative boost, you might want to focus on your sacral chakra. Again, even if like because your intuition is blocked, it might even be helpful to work on your third eye chakra. Or if you feel like you need to talk about something with somebody and there's something that's not being said, then your throat chakra. If you're holding on to things from the past, it might be good to focus on your heart chakra. Like, chakras like literally help with everything, and focusing on clearing them really can help you get to a better energetic state and feel better. And I'm really hearing strongly that you guys do need to change your energy, and that these things will help a lot more than you might want to give it credit for. If you want to know how to clear your chakras, it's usually meditations. You can find them on YouTube. Just go clear X chakra, clear sacral chakra, clear heart chakra, and you'll usually find them. They'll also be chanting, where you chant for the chakras. That can help clear them. Envisioning the color of the chakra can help. Eating foods of the color of the chakra can help. All these things are useful for clearing your chakras, but I'll leave that up to those who are interested and want to take action on that. For those of you who don't, we'll just keep going. We also got make a vision board and nourish your temple. So some of you guys might have even been like eating a lot of junk food lately. Like, I know we mentioned earlier that like having a drink or having something for just to make you feel good for a moment might be good to change your energy, like in a fast, like I just need something right now kind of way. But in a long term, I want to feel better overall. Every day, like waking up feeling good, you're definitely going to want to be eating healthy foods. You're going to want to be drinking lots of water. You're going to be wanting to do exercise, even if it's just a walk outside. Like, you wouldn't believe how much of a difference a walk outside can make, like if you're not the type of person who likes working out. But yes, taking care of yourself physically will really make a huge difference. Even if it's just like, I know like sometimes if I eat like a lot of foods with like carbs and sauce, like I don't know why I'm thinking of curry, like where it's just like, it's mostly just like, it's either a meat or a protein if you don't eat meat. some sauce and some rice. So what I do in that situation where like it doesn't really have vegetables in it, or if it does have vegetables, it's just like very grated into the sauce. Then I even like make like a side salad with it, and that's my next healthy step for trying to make myself feel better, or for trying to add more vegetables and fruits into my day. For some of you guys, it might just be eating an orange with your cereal, or just adding a little bit of something that you enjoy that is a fruit or a vegetable into your diet. I'm seeing can help a lot as well. And with the Make a Vision board, like for some of you guys, I know we say like depression does like kind of focus on the past a little bit. I'm not even like hearing that with you guys. I'm just hearing that you guys are just feeling very like you can't really focus on anything at all, really. They just like so like you just don't have energy really. But I'm hearing that like focusing on what you can create, what you're going towards, what you're hoping to have in your life, and just focusing on that future energy, the good things that are coming to you. And really believing that they are good things coming to you, right? Don't get yourself into an anxiety state where you're worried about what's going to come to you, or you're concerned with the speed of which things are going to come to you, but just focusing on that there are good things coming to you, that your angels and guides are helping you make this happen. And even deciding for yourself what you want to create and what you're moving towards is going to help with this energy a lot. And for my last message, I'm just going to get some affirmations. So pile 2, what affirmations do we need right now? So we have, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, so that's Ho'oponopono. You guys might have somebody that you need to forgive, or a situation that you need to let go of. If it's like this boss coworker situation, like you're angry at somebody for not giving you a promotion, or you're angry at your coworkers for causing a lot of drama, maybe not making you look good kind of thing, then doing a Ho'oponopono ritual with that person, even if you don't wish to continue any kind of relationship with them, will help release that old energy. For some of you guys, like this could be very far past energy where you need to release something from your childhood or something from the past, and that doing Ho'oponopono will help you just feel more energetically light because you're letting something go, right? That's the goal here really, is that we're letting things go because we are holding on to too much, is what the energy is in this group, is that we are carrying too much. Every person and experience teaches me something wonderful. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, it does seem like this is a person or situation. Let's get a few more. I'm actually curious now. I like to laugh when I make a mess. My smile lights up the whole room. Okay. So every person and experience teaches me something wonderful. So I'm getting, yeah, like if you are holding on to past energy with past people, or like there's again these situations, that reminding yourself that they did teach you something, that they did offer you something, that this was fated, that this was meant to happen, even if it does seem like a bad situation, like they were meant to be there, and they were meant to bring you a gift of some sort. You just have to figure out what that gift was that they gave you. And those gifts often come in forms of a lesson, or come in forms of a transformation for yourself, or even in a different perspective that you didn't have before that you now have thanks to this person or this situation. I like to laugh when I make a mess. For some of you guys, I'm hearing that you guys like are living in a mess, and no judgment at all, by the way. Like everybody's been through that, right? And that can be very hard. But if you are in a mess and you're feeling like overwhelmed about it, and you're like, oh, I don't want to clean it, I don't want to deal with it, like I'm feeling stuck. Even just kind of laughing at it a bit, like, oh my goodness, like look what I did, that's so silly. Like kind of looking at yourself, like as if you're a little child and you made like a big mess, and it was just kind of silly, like laughing at it a little bit. Took that message very literally. For others of you guys, like if you feel like this is a mistake or a failure, just laughing at it and realizing that like it's not as big as you thought it was. Like, ha ha ha, that wasn't meant for me, or ha ha ha, that was a fun experience while it lasted, or oh, that didn't work out, but that's okay, it made me a better person. Like just smiling and laughing at the situation I'm hearing is going to change your energy a lot. And learning to smile and laugh at those small situations so that you don't get into a depressive energy again could be even a long-term plan for you guys. And then my smile lights up the whole room, reminding yourself that you are a gift to this planet, that you are a gift to this universe, that you are meant to be here, that you have a beautiful smile, and that you, like, people love to see it, and that there's so many people around you just so happy to see you happy to see you smile. I heard even like a little bit of a fake it till you make it energy. Not that that like has to be like the healthiest thing in the world. Like, I get it, like you don't want to be like going through life having to fake smiles all the time. No, that's not what I'm saying. But maybe even just trying to get yourself to have a smile for a moment will just kind of change your energy alone, like just for yourself in your room, like not for anybody else, just for you. I heard smile when you meditate too. There's like some meditations on YouTube and they always go smile when you meditate. And I always think that's so nice because it's like, oh yeah, I wasn't really smiling, was I? I was taking this very seriously. And then just like smiling changes your energy and has you not take things so seriously, as it says in this card here. Yeah, I'm just saying you guys like need to have more fun with life. You guys like really need to see, like, you guys really need that big picture perspective of like everything was meant to be, everything is here for me. My mistakes, my mishaps, the things that didn't work out, they were all part of me and they're part of my divine plan and they're all part of the fun. We're all here for our journey. We're all here for an experience. And if everything always went our way, like it wouldn't be part of the experience. Okay, my beautiful souls, I hope you enjoyed that message. Bye now. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3s. And if you chose the Murder of Crows Tarot deck, then this reading is for you. So pile 3, let's first find out what's going on with your mental health situation. What's happening? What's going on? What's bothering you right now? How are you feeling? What can be some of the underlying challenges happening here? Let's find out what's going on with your mental health situation right now. We have the 10 of Swords. So you may have just gone through an ending. Yeah, you guys have just gone through an ending of some sort. Let's figure this out. Just gone through an ending of some sort. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords in reverse. We've got to get a few more cards. What's going on, pile number 3? What's going on with your situation? This is Strength in reverse. What's going on, pile 3? What's going on? The Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna get a few more cards. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Wands. Okay, so something definitely ended here, and what has happened is I think you guys don't really feel like grieving it, so I'm not getting fully whether or not this is the loss of a situation or a person, but you've definitely lost something here, and you don't really want to grieve it or let it go. Particularly, you don't want to slow down. Being called to take a rest, to really process this information, to take a moment, to like let it sink in, but you guys are not wanting to take that moment to sink in. For some of you guys, but this is the very much minority, you've spent a lot of time processing it and you might just be moving out of this energy. But for a lot of you guys, I'm really getting the energy that this is fresh and you guys don't want to sit down yet. You guys want to move on into a different direction. I'm getting this situation could have had to do with a controlling man. So, or it could be a controlling person, but I'm getting man strongly. and that this controlling person or man, they could have either been, so they could have been a relationship, I am getting that for some of you guys, or it could have been a boss as well, I'm seeing. There was a controlling person that this situation was involved in. If it was a job, it's just that your boss was very controlling, and that was part of why the job had to end. If it was a relationship, then your partner was controlling. I'm seeing that this has you feeling like, this has you not feeling like you're in your own power. This has you feeling like you're vulnerable. I'm hearing like you are not as strong as you once thought you were. I'm getting the feeling that you guys did think that you were like really strong at one point. You thought you had it going on. You thought you were like ready to take on the world, and like this kind of like I heard tossed you off your throne. But again, this is what's going on in your head. This isn't like actually what's going on. It's just how you're feeling. You're feeling like you once thought so great of yourself, and now you don't think so great of yourself anymore, or you don't feel so great in general. You don't feel like you're as strong anymore. You don't feel like you can conquer anything anymore. You feel like you're vulnerable. For some of you guys, you feel like you're weak. And yeah, I'm hearing that like it was something that you really wished for, something that you really wanted to happen, didn't end up happening. We do have the Ace of Pentacles here, so this very well could be a career or new opportunity that didn't end up happening for you. But it is upright, so I'm getting that more as the new beginning. I'm seeing that you guys may be having a hard time seeing the new beginnings in front of you because of this situation. You're very fixated on this ending, I'm seeing, and for some of you guys it's very fresh, so yes, it would be normal for you guys to be fixated on the ending. Despite not wanting to slow down, you still are being like energetically pulled by this ending. For some of you guys, maybe you do see the new opportunity and you're pushing towards that, and that's sort of what's happening here, trying to distract yourself with a new beginning. I'm also getting that this like controlling person could have been quite impulsive too. They didn't really think things through. They may have gambled a lot, took a lot of risks, didn't really think about the consequences of things. I'm really getting this person energy strongly though, so I'm really feeling like this is a person that this ended with. Even if it is a boss, and the boss was impulsive, the boss took a lot of risks, but I'm getting for a lot of you guys this very well could be a relationship. I'm seeing that this person could have valued other people over you, and that could have been the situation, was that they so this could be like this person actually cheated on you, or it could even be that like they flirted with a lot of other people, or that they put their friends and family before you. But I'm seeing that they like put a lot of other things before you. For some of you guys, what I'm also seeing is that like in order to distract yourself from the situation, you've started to go out and have fun with friends and celebrating and just having fun and doing other things. Like you've really tried to like fixate your energy elsewhere because you don't want to slow down and you don't want this to hit you. So that can be an energy too. If you guys just had a breakup or something like that, or a loss of a job, maybe you went right out and just started hanging out with friends and having a good time, or just trying to keep yourself busy. And I'm seeing that you guys are in the energy of trying to look ahead, trying to see what's next, trying to see what's new here. You're looking for this Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing. You're looking for this new opportunity. You're looking to see what's in the horizon. Okay. Very interesting, guys. So let's find out what your advice from Spirit is. What does Spirit want to tell you about the situation? What does Spirit want you to know? What does Spirit want you to know about the situation? What does Spirit want you to know? We have Death in reverse. So for some of you guys, like you might be resisting this ending. Or again, like I said before, resisting coming to terms with this ending, resisting really accepting that it is over. For some of you guys, I also heard this is this person who went out and partied a lot, or this person who went out and spent a lot of time with friends, possibly even leaving you alone. If it is a work situation, then this person valued your coworkers over you. You valued the rest of the staff over you. But yeah, I'm getting that like we're resisting the ending a bit is what Spirit wants to make you aware of. That like a lot of this, like you might be feeling a certain way. Like I can't tell you exactly what you're feeling in this situation right now. And you might not even like want to admit that it is because of this ending. But they're saying that yes, it is. If you're feeling like you're sluggish, or you're feeling like you're overthinking a lot of things, or you're feeling off in some way, it's because of this situation, and it's because you haven't quite let it go yet. Spirit wants you to make you aware of that. What else does Spirit want to tell you about the situation? We have suffering. For some of you guys, it might not even, like, you might not even realize that it's mental health, although you did click on the reading, so hopefully you know a bit. But for some of you guys, it's actually like you're having physical ailments, like you're finding yourself getting really sick. You're finding yourself even like having like cramps in your body in certain places. You're finding yourself like feeling physically fatigued, like you can't get up, like it feels like your physical body's having problems, like you're actually wondering if it's time to go to a doctor. For some of you guys, you actually did have some kind of physical injury that caused you to have to rest or lay down, or not be able to do things as efficiently as you were before. For some of you guys, like you actually had like a physical injury that you refused to take as much time as you needed to heal from it, and you continue to try to go to work and do your stuff anyways. Yeah, I'm getting like anything that you're feeling physically is actually like really connected to this, is what I'm seeing here. If you're having anything physical going on in your life or any medical problem, it's more connected to this than you're thinking. Spirit wants to make you aware of that. We also have victory in reverse. So Spirit wants to make you aware that this is like better than you think. Like you might think that like it's this big deal of it's ended, it's over, and I mean absolutely mourn, guys. Like I want you guys to mourn. So this isn't coming from me, but we're also seeing here that this happened for you, and that there is reason to be appreciative of this, even if it's like you're not ready to do it right now. There is like good things that happened here. What did happen for a reason. Clearly this person was controlling and impulsive and just not good for you, whether that was a boss or a love situation. And Spirit's trying to say that this is actually a victory for you, that you guys have actually grown in some way from this situation, and the fact that it's able to end is a positive thing for you, but you might not be seeing it as a victory right now. Let's see what else. You have survival in reverse. So with the survival card, Spirit wants to make you aware that like the pain will end. Like this is a temporary situation. Like you're not going to feel like this forever. You're not going to suffer forever. I'm hearing that like you might feel like this is going to be painful forever, but it's not going to. There is going to be brighter days. There is going to be victories in your future. There is going to be happy things happening. Another message is that you guys may be very reluctant to forgive in this situation. And forgiving takes time. It's really going to depend on when this situation happened. If it's very fresh, like you might just not be ready to forgive yet. For some of you guys, I'm also hearing that you might be trying to forgive a situation right now and you aren't ready, and Spirit's trying to make you aware of that like you're just not ready to forgive yet. And give it time. Really getting a message of time with the survival and reverse card. Like you need to give it a little bit more time. You need to just allow yourself to go through the motions. You can't skip to the ending. I'm hearing some of you guys might even be like very spiritual people who like know a lot about spirituality and just might think like at this point that you should be able to just kind of like heal from it immediately, and Spirit kind of wants you just to take the time to go through the motions. Just like let yourself process this, let yourself be angry for a little bit, let yourself go through like the stages of grief, let yourself go through the process here. You don't need to rush into getting out of this survival state. You don't need to rush to get out of the pain. Like it's going to hurt. That's part of the journey. For others of you guys, it may be that there is, and again, I'm really feeling this is fresh, so I don't think this is going to be for a lot of you, but if you are in the situation where like this is old, it could be that you are being called to forgive. You're being called to allow yourself to process this situation that maybe you didn't process in the moment, and that you need to process it now and forgive and move on. That there is something that maybe you didn't really give the time of day to before, and you just kind of like tried to close the door on it and walk away, and it's still bothering you today, and it's old now, and it's time to forgive, and it's time to process and let yourself go through the emotions. You might have to start with mourning with that too. If you didn't mourn at all, you may have to mourn in the present moment for that old situation. Let's see. What else? Now I just want some advice from Spirit. What is going to help you right now in the present moment the most? What is going to help you right now in the present moment the most with this situation? What's going to really help you the most in this situation? What's one thing you can do right now to feel better? What can you guys do right now to feel better? Let's find out. What can you guys do right now to feel better? We have celebration in reverse. And judgment. So again, I got like the same message here with this card. You guys aren't really seeing the bright side of this situation. You're not really seeing how it was more of a gift than you gave it credit for. Like you... So it's funny, I actually got two messages. For some of you guys, like the ones who resonated with like going out right now and really trying to like party and enjoy yourself and not focus on the situation, like some of you guys need to like just like slow down and again let yourself mourn. Not rush into trying to celebrate yet, not rush into trying to avoid your sad emotions by trying to make yourself happy, but just to allow yourself to process it. I'm getting that very strongly. Like some of you guys are trying to get yourself into the celebratory victory energy and like really focusing on like, yeah, I got rid of him, or I got rid of that job, this is such a good thing, and just really trying to keep yourself like in this like positive situation of it, which isn't bad, but your spirit is trying to tell you that you do need to mourn. You do need to allow yourself to go through those not so happy emotions. Like this is hurting you, and you're bottling it up is I think the warning is what's happening here. Spirit's trying to warn you that you are bottling things up and that they will come out later if you don't process them. And that they are coming out through your mental health, through you not feeling so great, through you not slowing down to allow yourself to feel this. And the guidance with this judgment card here is not to make any sudden decisions, to think things through, to sleep on things a few nights, not to make any fast decisions here. So I'm getting that you guys are still in a very emotional state. Like I said, this situation, whatever it is still affecting you a lot, and it's making you think that you need to do things more urgently than they might need to be done. And this can include just being as simple as, again, like going out with friends, going out partying, engaging in some kind of risky behavior here I'm seeing. Might be the case because you're trying to escape from this situation. I heard even recreational drugs, or just over drinking or overdoing it in some way, trying to escape this situation here. Some of you guys feel like you want to call this person back, or you want to, I heard, want to yell at them, you want to express some anger, express some feelings. Lots of different things going on with this pile, but I'm feeling like you guys just have a lot of things that you want to do that you feel are more urgent, that you need to do them right now. Or it's urgent that you make this problem go away right now, or it's urgent that you make it look like you've moved on right now, possibly even by dating or getting into a new relationship. But the guidance is that this will pass, that if you take a moment, you sleep on it a few nights, you focus on other things, that this will go away and it won't seem so urgent, and you won't make any decisions that you regret later. Yeah, I'm also getting that impulsive energy that we talked about a second ago too, where some of you guys are moving between like really happy states and really sad states, and feeling like one moment you're taking a bunch of risks and doing a bunch of risky behavior, and then the next moment you are not wanting to do anything at all. Okay, let's get some advice for Spirit on this situation. What will help with the situation? What will help? What can you do to heal this situation, or what can you do to help with the situation? What can you do to heal this situation, or what will help this situation? Pile number 3. What can you do to heal this situation? We have door to personal healing and happiness. Let's get another one. What can you do to heal this situation? What can you do to help your mental health situation? What actions can you take to make it better? We have the Goddess of the Moon, the World, so this card is basically just telling you to have faith. It's letting you know that good things are coming to you. We can look at the card because we see the rainbow here, we see the beautiful dove here, which represents peace. We've got the peacock in the background representing you being your true self, you feeling like your authentic self, and just this like beautiful place. But the message with this card is that new opportunities are coming to you. There are good things coming, better things are coming along. And that the message is just to believe in it, to believe that these good things are coming, to believe that that good things are going to happen to you, to believe that whatever it is that you lost, something better will be brought into its place, and to take action in that direction with those beliefs. So if you lost a job recently and that's what this whole situation is about, then believing that there are new and better opportunities and better jobs for you that will be more fulfilling for you, but then also taking action by applying to jobs that you think would be better and more fulfilling, and believing that you'll actually get them, is what will change the situation. So it's a bit of hope, it's a bit of faith, it's a bit of manifestation, but yeah, just believing, just trusting that something better is coming along. We've also got the Goddess of the Moon, which talks about following your intuition. And these two cards both, they started off in the reverse and then kind of flipped around. So what I get with that is that you need to follow your intuition, but right now it's a bit blocked. So you might have to reactivate your crown chakra or your third eye chakra to be able to connect to it better. But I'm seeing that, yeah, there's something your intuition is trying to tell you that you're not seeing clearly right now. And that if you reconnect to your intuition, you'll realize you're not alone. You'll realize that good things are happening to you. And you'll realize the meaning of this whole situation, that it did have meaning. It's also a message about getting still and allowing quiet to come so that you can listen to your intuition, so you can figure out what your intuition actually is. Hearing some of you guys might even be confused between your fears and your intuition right now. Like I said, there's a bit of a sense of urgency for you wanting to take actions in certain areas, and I think that's because you're confused as to what is it your intuition's telling you to do, and what is it that it's just your fears and anxieties causing you to do, or your worries causing you to do. And the message that your intuition is trying to tell you is just to stay still right now, just not to do anything, to sleep on it for a few days, and to really just listen, and that the intuitive messages will come to you at the right time, when you're in a calm state, when you're spending time with yourself, when you don't have all those excess energies. I heard, like, don't even, like, take advice right now. Like, really just stay in your own energy is the message here. And listen to yourself, listen to what your heart's trying to tell you to do. Because it does feel like there is a bit of a decision that needs to be made here. or you might feel like there's a bit of a decision or action that needs to be made, and that will become so much clearer when you spend time on your own, I'm seeing. We also have this World card here. So with this card, the message is that you might be thinking a bit small. So you might be really focused on the details of the situation, or really focused on the things that went wrong in front of you, and that you just need to step back and take a bit of a higher perspective on things. That there are new opportunities available to you and coming to you, but you're going to need to take a higher perspective in order to see them coming. That you need to realize that you have the whole world full of opportunities. So for example, if you didn't get a certain job inside of your small town, realize that there's like a million different small towns in a million different countries and a million different continents, a million different places. You have the whole world to go and get another job in, not just where you are. You even have the internet available to you, so you don't even have to leave your hometown. There's just such a bigger option of places to go. If you're worried about a relationship, feeling this person is the only one, the message is that no, they're not the only one, that there are millions of people on this earth. As they say, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Like, there are other people who will be a better match for you, who will provide those things that you had in this person, and more things that you didn't even know that you were looking for. That you can have it all, everything that you're hoping to get in a person, everything you're hoping to get in a job, everything you're hoping to get in the situation can come to you. It is possible, and it is coming to you. It's on its way. You just have to believe it's coming. Another message that I see whenever I see the World card, obviously, would be that a cycle needs to be completed here, that you need to allow something to end. And for you guys, that might even be old patterns of letting this type of person into your life. It might be exploring the lessons that they provided you. It might be just simply releasing it for good. Like I said, if this is an old situation you've been carrying on to for a long time, it might just simply be saying, I no longer need this in my life anymore. Goodbye. I heard cord cutting for some of you guys as well. Just like the idea of that final, it's not in my life anymore. It doesn't need to be in my life anymore. It's no longer serving me. Might be something that you guys need to do. And we also got this card that just kind of like kept half floating out, but then like not quite coming out. And this one's just a reminder. I know for a lot of you guys, you're probably in the situation where this was a relationship and it was with a man. And if this was a relationship and it was with a man, then the message again is that new men are coming, that there is somebody else waiting for you, that there is a soulmate for you, somebody who wants to be with you, and they're everything that you've wanted and more. If you lost some kind of stability, the message is that stability is coming. If you lost a career, the message is that money will come again, abundance will come again. These things are on their way to you. Okay. Let's see what else will help pile number 3 with their mental health. What else will help pile number 3 with their mental health? What will help pile number 3 with their mental health? Will help pile number 3 with their mental health. You have write a gratitude list. Can get a few more. What will help pile number 3 with their mental health? We got create art. What will help pile number 3 with their mental health? And movement. So with the write a gratitude list, I'm seeing that you have many things in your life that are still around, many things that you aren't losing right now, many things that are still available to you, that are still there to be grateful for, still there to be happy for. Maybe you still have a roof over your head, maybe you still have air to breathe, maybe you still have just being on earth to be thankful for. Maybe you still have lovely family in your life that you can talk to, or friends that you can talk to, or your own spirits and guides that you can talk to. But I'm hearing that there are things to be grateful for, and that if you focus on the things that you can be grateful for, this will attract this better thing, even better, even stronger. I'm seeing with these cards over here that engaging in like a healthy distraction might be very beneficial for you right now too. I'm hearing that you guys might be very fixated on the situation. You might be putting a lot of thought into this situation. Or again, just trying really, really hard to distract yourself to the point where it's kind of like a background obsession by going out, as I said before. But that focusing on doing some healthy activities that aren't related to this might be helpful too. Here I get like letting out your emotions through art, or letting out your feelings through writing a poem, or releasing your feelings through some kind of creative outlet might help you a lot. So I know when going through a breakup, I don't know why, but I just like to write poems when I go through a breakup. It just helps me heal, helps me connect to, what I learned from the experience, and it helps me heal. And there's just something so refreshing that after I write the poem, I just feel like something's been lifted off of me. I think it's like a way of letting go, but also engaging in a creative art with it. I know many songwriters and painters and famous artists use their painful experiences as inspiration. So pick up a paintbrush and just randomly paint random colors when you're angry, or draw a picture of your experience, or even just draw something completely unrelated to the experience just to distract you a little bit. But I'm hearing that like something artistic might help you with this. We also have movement, and movement itself can help with lots of mental health challenges, because just the act of moving changes up your energy. So here we see a lady doing yoga, so you can do yoga to try to refresh your energy, try to focus on that breathing, try to focus on reconnecting with yourself and your intuition. But also, even more than that, you can like go for a run or do some kind of physical activity, or even just go for a walk outside. And all this does is it changes your energy. It makes your body feel better and release happy chemicals so that you can just feel better in the moment. And it's just a very healthy way to distract yourself, as opposed to some of the not so healthy ways to distract yourself from your emotions. Also, even just going on a walk and going for exercise, even thinking about the situation and your anger and your frustration and your sadness with the situation, it can actually be very healing, even if you do focus on it while you're doing that exercise, because it gives you an outlet to release that energy. And last but not least, my beautiful pile number 3s, I'm going to get some affirmations to help you guys along. Let's get some affirmations. This one flew out. Pile 3, let's get some affirmations. Oh, I was going to say, maybe that was it, but we got one more. I am more than my achievements. So for some of you guys, like, you might feel like your relationship or your job or whatever it is that happened here and ended is like a failure. Like, I heard like people who are in the situation where, let's say, like they're hitting their 30s and they feel like they need to be married already, or they need to start having kids, or they need to have that committed relationship, or maybe a really long committed relationship just ended for you guys, and you feel like this is a failure, or you feel like it's going to prevent you from achieving your goals in some way, and that you're very upset over that, or you're just kind of afraid the way it looks to other people for you to not be in a relationship, or for you not to have this career. For those of you talking about careers, then it might be that, you've, like I said, you went to school for it, you paid a lot of money to go to school for it, or you just invested a lot of time and effort in this career, or maybe you've always been in this career and people just see you in a certain light, and it's hard for you to see yourself separate from whatever this thing is. But of course, the message here is, I am more than my achievements. You have to always remember that you are not what you achieve. You are not what you build in this lifetime. You are not just what you create. You are you. You are amazing and lovable and deserve unconditional love, regardless of whether or not you have something built or everything's falling apart. You always have the paintbrush in your hand. I'm seeing you always have the ability to create something new, even if everything's just rubble right now, even if everything's empty. You have the ability to create something new. There are always new opportunities coming for you, and nothing has to be permanent. You don't have to have things in your life forever, always lasting, in order to be a good person. Like, you can absolutely have several different experiences, several different lessons, several different people in your life, several different careers in your life, and have an amazing life doing that too. It doesn't just have to be one thing and that's forever. In fact, I actually find that to be more interesting when you've had multiple different experiences, more interesting stories to share, more lessons to learn, more knowledge to spread to other people at the end of the day. So all of these experiences just bring you an even more amazing you. You are all of your experiences combined, not just the things that you consider achievements or success, and it's always a success. You don't have to look at it as a failure even either. You can look at it as it's complete now. I did that. I accomplished that. I got there. I got where I wanted to go, and now I'm going to go somewhere else. Even if it isn't exactly where you wanted to get to originally when you set out on that path, you still did it. You still accomplished that, right? If you're dating a person and the goal was originally marriage, but through dating them you realized that you guys weren't compatible, then you still did that. You still found that out. You still found something else out about yourself, and you've realized who's compatible with me and who's not. That's something you accomplished. You still accomplished that. It still is an achievement. And you were still amazing and wonderful, whether that experience ended up exactly the way you planned or not. We have my path becomes clearer every day. Yeah, that speaks back to this connecting to your intuition again. Just say that mantra every day and your intuition will kind of clear up on its own, because you're affirming that your intuition is clear, that you will see a clearer path, that new doors are opening up for you. And even if you don't see them right now, that doesn't mean they don't exist. Reminds us to get that higher perspective again too. And that will help with that by using that affirmation every day. I am safe in the present moment. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever's just ended, you're still safe, you're still okay, you're still loved by your angels and guides, you're still loved by the people that still are in your life, you've still got something to be grateful for, is what we get here again. And that in the present moment, chances are you still have a bed to sleep on, at least for now, if it's only temporary. You still, or somewhere to sleep, right? You're still breathing, you're still living on earth, you're still doing okay, and you're still safe. You're always safe. Your angels and guides are always with you, making sure that you are safe. Okay, my beautiful pile number 3s, I really hope this helped. Bye now.